all the juicy, ne? Right. So, welcome to another episode. Welcome to another week. Exciting. Good to be with you guys. So, we're gonna continue with our sales series, right? And then today is obviously episode 7. Let's get cracking with episode 7. So, here's the reality, ne? Every salesperson loves the beginning of a sale. Yeah, we love it. We love the whole process. We love how it goes. We love, the whole flow. Actually, we love the process of a sale. As a salesperson, every salesperson loves the beginning, right? The introduction, the presentation, the excitement. We love all of that. But then there's a moment that every salesperson feels, because the reality is, alright, this is where confidence gets tested. So let's break it down today, guys. What are we talking about? Today we are talking about the art of closing, right? So we already know what a sale is. We already know how to get to the sale. We already understand the psychology of the buyer, but now we really need to know what is closing and what are the dynamics behind closing a sale. So why does every salesman or every salesperson fear, the final stage, the closing stage where the deal gets done? Why do we fear that so much? Because remember, guys, this is where confidence gets tested, right? This is where all the talking stops and the decision begins. Yes, I'm taking this. No, I'm not taking this, right? So this is where all of that gets tested. It's in the final stage, just when you're closing, signing between the dotted lines, or signing, on the line, right? So why salespeople fail? Why do you guys fail? Or why do we fail? Why do we fail there? Let me show you what most people do, right? This is why most people fail, right? Most people, they talk fast. Guys, talking fast is not gonna, right? Not everyone is gonna fall for that trick, right? That thing, it scares a lot of people away, right? So a lot of people, they talk fast, and talking fast, it doesn't actually mean anything, really. You can still take your time and explain to the client. You ask them for 5 minutes, you ask them for 10 minutes. The client will give you time to explain, as long as the product in their mind makes sense. Remember, they need to be able to solve whatever current problem that they are having. So you talking fast, it's gonna blow your sale. You are not gonna close that sale. In most cases, you are not gonna close that sale, right? Over explaining. This one is a big one. Over explaining. We love to explain, and over explaining, here's the thing about explaining, guys. You need to learn how to kiss it. Yes, keep it short and simple. Just like that. Keep it short and simple. So obviously you have your introduction, you have your presentation, right? In your presentation, what are you doing? You summarize the product to the best of your capabilities and to the best of the client's understanding, explaining to them exactly how it works. Now, don't explain too many features, don't explain too many benefits, don't oversell the product. Over explaining is overselling. Too much, right, is overselling. Less is more. That's one thing you need to know, right? When it comes to selling, less is more. So if this product has feature A, B, and C, right, up to E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You see how many features that it has, how many benefits it has. Don't explain all of them. There's always that one which is the top one, right? There's that one which is, we can always hang on to it, but I don't really want, right? We don't really trust it to close, but we can hang on to it. We can throw it in the works. It's a spanner, we can throw it in the works. And then you have another one that it's there to handle objections, right? You take 3 benefits, 3 features that make your product unique, and you stick to those. Those are going to be your selling points. That's your ammunition. Don't go to war, right, with a knife, and people have got RPGs. right? So over explaining overwhelms the customer. Simple, plain and simple, and that's how you lose the sale, right? And this is what I call panic selling, right? Because now you as the salesperson, you feel that the deal is slipping away. Whoa, relax, calm down, right? Calm down. The reality is the person who controls the conversation controls the deal. So if you are in control of the conversation, you are in control of the deal. Do not try to do anything else that's going to steer you off. Focus, stay focused, focus on the mission. The mission is for you to get the sale, right? So now you need to understand the psychology of closing, right? Closing has got nothing to do with how much pressure can you put on the client. No, remember, a sale is you simply helping someone solve a problem, right? So let's break it down, right? So remember, it has nothing to do with how much pressure you can apply on the client. Actually, it also has nothing with how much pressure you are under. You being under pressure is a lack of performance. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. It's a lack of performance. You are not performing. You being under pressure is a lack of performance. So now you need to understand its psychology. Number one, right? Principle number one, people buy certainty. Right? Remember, problem, solution. Certainty, solution. Solution, happiness. Right? Everybody's happy. So people buy certainty. If they feel uncertain, right? If they don't feel confident, right? People buy what they feel is confident enough to help them with that current problem. Remember, guys, whether you are selling a car, you are selling a house, you are selling shoes, you are selling, your perfumes, whatever you are selling, a service, whatever you are selling, if they are confident in you, in the product, they will act, they will take it. Principle number two, people buy solutions. Remember, I said people buy what can help solve their problems, or what problems. A sale is you simply helping someone make a decision to solve the current problem that they have, right? So now, right, people buy solutions. Nobody wakes up in the morning randomly just thinking, I'm going to buy something, unless they've been planning on buying it. But the reason why they planned on buying it is because they saw the need for it. Nike drops new shoes today, right? You don't wake up and want to go buy them unless you actually wanted to have new Nike shoes that were dropping in the market and they were still exclusive, right? Example, there's a J. Cole concert happening in South Africa very soon, right? And people see it as, a quick solution to get away from, whatever problems that they are facing. They're saving up money for all of that, and that's why they're buying. They've always wanted to see J. Cole performing live. Now they've got the solution. The problem is, how am I gonna go see J. Cole? J. Cole is too far. So somebody thought, no, let me bring J. Cole to South Africa. Let me sell this thing to people and then sell them tickets to see J. Cole. Solution is there. So people saved up and now they're going to see J. Cole, right? Remember, nobody wakes up wanting to buy a product, but they're always thinking about that product. But can you convince people to buy that product? Can you help somebody make that decision that, you need this product? As much as, yes, I understand 1, 2, and 3 may be preventing you, but here's the solution. Okay, anyway, people want their problems solved. That's just that. Principle number 3, people hate being sold. Sorry guys, I've got my script. I've got my script on my screen. So yeah, people hate being sold, right? But they love making decisions. Yes, you as the salesperson, remember, you are selling something, but actually what you are selling to that person is just a product that's going to help them. Remember guys, you are selling a service, a solution. You're not just selling anything, guys. Remember, I don't buy something for the sake of it. Remember when DSTV was a big trend? People went and they got DSTVs installed and everything, and then Showmax came, and people decided, no, actually, you know what? Let me just buy a Showmax subscription, right? And then Netflix came, and then people switched to Netflix, and then so and so and so and so on, right? More solutions became available for people, right? So remember, people hate being sold, but they love making decisions. So if you allow people to make decisions, if you guide them, because you as a salesperson, you are a guide. That's simply what you are. Remember, as a salesperson, I believe that obviously not in every field, right? In some fields, you are not allowed to give financial, you are not allowed to give financial advice unless you have an RE, right? Unless you are accredited to do that. But remember, people need guidance. You are just simply just showing someone the way forward. All right. So now you need to understand also the closing framework, right? 3 things. Number 1, clarity. Number 2, confidence. Number 3, commitment. All right. So step number 1 is clarity. Before a client buys, they must understand the value. Plain, simple, done. Before somebody takes it, they need to understand the value of this thing, right? Number 2, the confidence. Now the client needs to be able to trust in the decision that they are making. So you need to be able to make sure that this person trusts in this product so much, because remember, at the end of the day, yes, they are buying the product, but essentially they are buying you as the salesperson, because you are the talking product at that time, right? They take it through you, so they need to be confident enough in you, and they need to be confident enough in the decision that they are making. Now step number 3 is commitment. Excuse me. How do we get this person committed to the decision that they are about to make? Because remember, this is a service that's gonna probably run you a lifetime, or it's gonna last you for the next 5 years or whatever, right? So now I need commitment. So now the only question that you need to ask in order for you to get a proper close, the most effective close, the question that you need to ask is, do we start today? Or do we schedule the installation for tomorrow or the end of the month? That's the most powerful question. Are you paying cash or card today? How are you going to handle this, right? Are you going to proceed with cash or card today? Or are you going to do this debit order at the end of the month? Are you going to pay a deposit today and then come and finish off at the end of the month? Closed, done, right? You are assuming the deal. But that's a story for another day, right? Assuming the deal. You need to learn how to assume the deal. You are not forcing the deal, you are assuming the deal. Closing is not about forcing decisions. It's about revealing the obvious, right? You just reveal the obvious. The client wants to understand what the problem is, and you see the solution. You also know the problem. You know, if you are selling funeral cover, everybody's problem is that we are all gonna die. The question is, are we covered? Are we prepared? Right? That's the question that most people they are, and most people avoid that. And the reality is that they are not prepared for that. Right? So remember, it's not about forcing the decision, it's about revealing the obvious. Once somebody understands the importance of having this product or taking this service, and they see the solution, the deal closes itself. Alright? The deal closes itself. The fact that you went and bought that VW Polo Vivo, right, is because it closed you when you saw it on the ad. When you got to the store, all of that financing and whatever, the discussions and all of that, the talking, and you getting prices from this dealership and this dealership and this dealership, or you getting a quote from this cover and this cover and this cover, this track and that, it was just, at the end of the day, the person that talks to you is just revealing the obvious to you. You as the salesperson, you need to understand, you just need to reveal what's obvious to the person, the solution, right? So the deal closes itself. Sales isn't talking, guys. it's understanding. And closing, closing is an art. And remember what they say about art, right? Practice makes improvement. Practice doesn't make perfect, guys. Practice doesn't make perfect. There's no such thing. Practice makes improvement, because you improve each and every single day. You sharpen that skill each and every single day. So guys, good luck, and I'll see you guys next week. And it's a wrap for today. My name is Juice. Thank you so much for your time. Take care. Goodbye. And remember, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Questions that you may be having, guys, drop them in the comment section. I'm here. I'm ready for all of that. I'm ready to talk to you guys. Let's get engaging. Let's get involved. Let's drive this thing, guys. We're coming, with more episodes, more content, more shows, more of everything, guys, So we're just going to keep doing this thing. Go week, and I wish you the best of luck in this week. Goodbye.